You've just had your baby and you sneeze and you leak. You laugh and you need to rush for the toilet. Don't even think about jumping and dancing. I'm Zainab, I'm the pharmacist from PillSorted, and I'll explain what are the pelvic floor muscles, why are they so important, and how can we help recover their work after pregnancy. What are the pelvic floor muscles? They're a group of muscles that work like a hammock, and they're from the tailbone in the back to your pubic bone at the front, and they support three very important organs. They support the bladder, they support your bowel, and they support your uterus. So three important organs are supported by this group of muscles. When you're pregnant, there is a lot of pressure on this group of muscles for a very long time. They get stretched, they become weaker, and once you've had the baby, it takes time for them to recover and get back into their own function. The pelvic floor muscles are really important because they are the ones that will give you that urge to go to the toilet or have a poo, and they help with the pregnancy support as well. It really doesn't matter if you've had a vaginal birth or it's a cesarean C-section, because the pressure on the pelvic floor muscles is because of the pregnancy itself. Now, if you've been overweight or if you've been on a higher BMI, that can bring an extra pressure on the pelvic floor muscles already because of the extra weight. These exercises that I'm going to talk about will be even more important. The most important symptom of a weak pelvic floor muscles is that loss of control. So you don't have full control on your bladder or your bowel. That makes it very difficult if you've got like a sudden reaction that you need to do for a sneezing or a coughing, or even for long term to make sure that you don't have any leaks throughout the day. The thing is, this is normal. We can get it better, but we have to do it gradually. There are specific exercises that actually help strengthen the pelvic floor muscles. It's really important to start doing them as much as possible, but slow and steady. So at the beginning, you don't want to put too much strain and do too much of it, but you want to do a steady amount throughout the whole day, and you'll get better at it day by day. The important thing is, if you think about you want to stop a urine midstream, those muscles are the muscles that we talk about for the pelvic floor muscles. For you to understand which muscles that we're talking about, try to stop your wee midstream. What you need to do is you need to focus on those muscles. You want to try to squeeze and hold for a couple of seconds and then relax it. And it might be first for 2-3 seconds, then you get better at it, hold it for up to 10 seconds and then relax. This will help long term get better control over your bladder and your bowel. And things that you need to be mindful of: don't hold your breath, don't squeeze your tummy, and don't clench your buttocks. It's the pelvic floor muscles that you want to work, not all the other ones. Now, the key important thing that I want to say is, although you feel that this might be just about your bladder, but thinking about holding your wee midway is actually helping all of your pelvic floor muscles, okay? So that's why you shouldn't squeeze your tummy or hold your breath and engage other muscles. We only want to get that hammock group of muscles that are under the pelvis engaged. So one of them was this gradual squeezing and holding and relaxing. The other one is fast squeezes and letting go. So it's like bursts that you want to do. Squeeze and release as fast as you can a couple of times. And this exercise will help you become much better at those sudden reactions for sneezing and coughing. It will make you feel get stronger and more in control. One thing that I want to make sure that we talk about is, after pregnancy, there's a big rush to get back into your normal self. But please give yourself time. Exercise is exactly one of those as well. If you want to start with an exercise, the most important exercise that you need to start with is the pelvic floor muscles, okay? As soon as you've given birth, as soon as you can feel that you can do these exercises, focus on the pelvic floor muscle exercises. It might take up to 6 weeks, it might take up to 12 weeks. Usually for people who've had C-sections, this control takes a little bit longer because you've had an extra surgery and the muscle tear. Between 6 to 12 weeks is once you want to focus on and learn the pelvic floor muscles, and you can gradually increase the impact of this exercise. Then you can add in things simple like walking, like very wholesome exercises like yoga, Pilates, everything that something that engages your whole core of body, but again, very gradual. After 12 weeks is when you want to focus on things that are more impactful. Please don't start high impact exercises too early, because you can bring up the risk of more pressure on your pelvic floor muscle that will have a long-term effect and consequence for yourself. So start high impact exercises much later on. First, focus on recovery and giving these muscles time to recover and heal. When do you need to get help? So if you feel that you're not getting back the control of your bladder, so you still have leaking after like 3 months to 6 months, and you have a lot of pain, or you feel there's bulging right under your tummy, those are the times that you want to go and get checked. As a recap, pelvic floor muscle recovery is an important time of after pregnancy healing. Do it slow, consistent, and stay safe. This video is part of our pregnancy series videos. Visit our website and reach out to us for that clinician-led safe advice. Thank you.